Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Zillionaires Club channel. As every Monday, I will share with you which commodity is the most hot to buy or sell, and I will show you full analysis why I think it's a good deal now. So let me share with you my screen. So hello once again. So let's look at my screen. I will lead you through the analysis of the commodity, which I expect is the hottest one this week through all those commodities I'm watching at. This commodity is a little bit exotic, not so frequently traded, and as well the liquidity of futures for that is not as high as well as options, so be careful with that. But I think it's still worth it to look at Oats futures. Ticker symbol is ZO in majority of platforms. So Oats futures, what does it saying to us? Here we are looking at TradingView platform on weekly charts. You can see that the price basically since August 2016 it's constantly growing with some smaller pullbacks. And in recent weeks you can see it reached $317 price, which is the same as high as in May 2019. You can see the growth of the price in recent week is relatively sharp, and I expect that this price will not reach as much higher, and we are close to reversal of this price. So I think we should be shorting Oats futures in next weeks. Why I think it will happen is actually many reasons behind. So first of all, again, we are reaching the high which happened last time in May, as well once it ticked in November 2018 to this price level, and almost as well in June 2017. So this price already served many times as a resistance for further price move, and even if in future we are breach this price, most likely we will bump a little bit more times to this price, and then obviously it can as well start serving as a support once we breach the price. But I don't expect it will happen right now in November 2019, maybe beginning of next year or even later. So for this short, what else is the reasons for shorting? So next one, obviously new COT report issued on Saturday yesterday. So you can see the short averaged COT is already few weeks jumping on the bottom of this graph, and this is a level which telling us the move up is already over. Same as it happened here around move in June of 2019, where the price later on dropped. Exactly same I expecting will happen during next weeks and during December. The same information coming from COT is the net positions. So you can see they are pretty much flat for last 3 or 4 weeks, which as well indicate that the positions of longs are not anymore growing, and traders more and more start thinking about shorts. That's why the net long minus short positions actually doesn't grow anymore, and it even decreased the last week slightly. Stochastics RSI, definitely the indicator which already you can see showing signs of downside movement, and even if it's not so precise indicator, it says that the strength of going up on weekly basis is not as high as it was in last, let's say, 2 or 3 months. If you look closer to the same price chart on daily basis, so you can see this is daily chart of Oats, you can see that we actually reached few maximum peaks here, and then we did 2 more jumps up, both in last few weeks. And yes, there is still potential that there might be few more, so definitely this is relatively risky trade. If you want to short the Oat right now, definitely the the probability is 50-50. There is still quite high probability there might be additional pullbacks down and again jump up. Yes, this all can happen. So for those traders who want to be safe, definitely wait for the moment when we will make lower low and lower high, and only from the lower high start shorting. This didn't happen yet. You can see here we made basically same low as the last pullback, but we still make higher high. So much safer would be to wait for price reaching below this low, let's say around 295, then go back to 305, and this would be the moment of start shorting. But for those of you who are more aggressive, who think have some additional indicators and can bear some short-term risk of the price still go higher and then come back, you can start shorting already now. Next, what is definitely good to look at is few more indicators which showing how the structure of Oats actually looking inside, which is not visible from the price only. So let's go to spread charts platform. This is the one I'm using for analysis of these type of internal market indicators. So let's look at this contract of ZOH, and let's first look to the term structure of Oats. So hopefully it will go quick. Yeah, so you can see there is quite high backwardation for few terms, while the first one, if we compare it with some 5 years average, already start to be back to contango. As well, you can see from comparison from last week, where even the first term of the Oats was still higher than the second one, means the backwardation was even for the first term. But this week the blue line, it already come back, and I expect it will come further down, and this wave will somehow go down as well, finally reach the status of the red chart. So term structure definitely far in backwardation in first few terms, but already start making signs of coming back, with supporting our short. If we look at contango histogram for Oats, if I remember correctly, the contango, let me look at 3 years average. Yes, you can see current contango is somewhere in the middle of this chart. So yes, it still have quite far to go to backwardation side, but it as well have half of the chart go to the contango side and supporting the short. So there is no any extreme value of the contango right now. If we look to the spread between the first and second term of Oats, means December minus March, and let's look at price of the spread between two first futures. You can see that in last few weeks the spread actually start decreasing already. If I add to the graph the price of Oats, this is the purple one, you can see the price still growing, as today 317. Here I don't know why 311, but it's a price still growing. But since November 7th, means last 3 weeks almost, the spread already dropping. It means what? It means that the difference between first and second term of futures already start decreasing, which supporting our idea that the price itself will follow a little bit later and start going down to short as well. So this is pretty much all what I wanted to show. Yes, we can look as well at the seasonality, but I'm not taking seasonality as important as the other indicators. From seasonality, you can see, if I look just the 5-year, which is more relevant to the latest development, you can see that as well the seasonality for November and December is decreasing tendency. So it's as well indicator supporting our idea of shorting oats. So again, coming back to the price charts, currently we are at 317 level. For you traders who are fine with bearing some risk now, I suggest to start building the position, maybe short right now 1 future contracts or sell 1 call option. Next week we can look at it again. If everything looks the way expected, you can add to your positions, and you can build a full position over the period of next 2-3 weeks. For the more conservative traders, you can wait till confirmation, till the price make lower lows and lower high, and start shorting with very high probability of successful trade down. I expect that the pullback should go down as low as $260, maybe even lower. Let's see, in next 2 or 3 months. I hope you found this video useful. If you like it, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss next videos with education, or next Monday again the hot tip for commodities. Bye bye.